Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason, as always. My co-host, Mr. Zack Partridge, is back in the house.
What up, dog? Missed you guys on Friday, but it was fun.
It was almost like you were here because you were commenting the whole time.
Well, we were driving.
Yeah,
we were driving up to Idaho, family baptism. So yeah.
Hey, Blake was coming out hot, man, with some crazy picks. He was coming out hot.
Yeah.
He had some flyers in there.
Yeah, he missed. Hey, you missed every shot you don't take, right?
That's true. I like it. He comes on his first time on. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm just gonna shoot for the stars," and he did.
Yeah, but
hey,
you'll learn. Consistency is key. I picked 12 out of 14 right, so
Did you see that this week coming up that the road to the UFC's on? Have you heard of that?
No.
I didn't know about it either, and I just read into it. So
road to the UFC?
It's kind of like the Ultimate Fighter over in Asia, but they train in their own hometowns, and it's like a tournament. So round one is Thursday. There's 4 rounds. No, 4 rounds.
Oh, they're treading into ONE FC territory.
Yeah. So it's the Asian. So it looks pretty cool. I like it.
What weight class?
I just had it up. It's like, so Thursday is 125, 135, 145, and 155. Those are the weight classes.
Watch out, dude. Yeah. Those weight classes over in Asia are stacked.
Yeah. That, well, you don't watch boxing. I was going to say that little kid from
boxing.
A kid from Japan, that Inouye kid, he fights at 118. He's a stud. It's good. Not that
fights at 118.
Yeah, he's 118. Weighs 108.
How about that?
Hey, that's where Pacquiao started.
118.
Yeah, I think Pacquiao started right around there.
That's cool. It sounds like a female weight class.
Oh, man. Hey, before we get started with our recap, if you are a business owner and you're looking for some advertisement opportunities, June 25th at the Maverick Center, we have some sponsorship spots available. Contact Zack or I. It's a great opportunity. Great opportunity.
Yeah, we have some cool packages for people.
Cool packages, a lot of exposure, pay-per-view. I'm excited. Yeah. We have some jiu-jitsu mixed in with some MMA, little combat jiu-jitsu. That story you posted where the guys, oh man,
concussion protocol from a jiu-jitsu match. That's right.
Does anybody do that at your gym? Does any of the guys up there do that?
Depends on the opponent.
Depends on who shows up.
If I'm rolling with Mason, yeah.
Jerome Hatch in the house. Dude, I love the little back and forth between Jerome Hatch and what's the guy's name? What was the other guy's name?
Brewster.
Yeah.
That fight needs to happen.
That fight needs to happen.
I think Jerome has some big news soon. Why he's not going to be on this next Fierce card, but got a big opportunity. But so Jerome's going to go take care of business on his big opportunity, and then I think that Jerome Hatch Brewster fight needs to happen.
Yeah, it needs to happen. All right, dude, let's recap this. I'll be calling you, Zack. I'll be calling you, Zack. Does that mean we can do it now?
Call me, Jerome. You got my number. Just call me after the podcast. You know what? There's not much worse, though, than people that know I'm podcasting and text me during the podcast, Sajin, let's do it. So
listening to us on the beach, I love it. Blake is just chilling on the beach,
just
man.
Living a good life, Blake.
We should have had him call in just on the beach.
No, because then I don't just hate him.
A little jelly.
I like him, and I just have to hate him. Yeah, Hawaii. I'm jealous.
Blake might tap you out, dude.
He's got a better chance than you. How about that?
He does have a better chance than me because I ain't tapping anybody out.
Hold on. Blake, how long have you been trading? We need a roll.
He said a couple years. Didn't you hear the part on the podcast where he said he wasn't going to take
I was driving, so the service was in and out.
He said no shoeys. He didn't want to make any shoey bets, and he didn't want to do any liver shot bets. I definitely have a better. He's not giving me any credit. He's not giving me no credit.
I don't
None. I get no credit.
Look at you.
4 years in November. There it is. You guys have the same. You guys have the same amount of experience.
Almost. I'm in November. I'll be 5.5 years, so I'll be close.
Ooh, he's quick though. He's smaller. He's gonna have the speed advantage. Take you back.
Dude, you can't run forever.
Zack is 4. Ooh, now you got Dylan talking trash on you.
Dylan, you quit looking in the mirror. You got it wrong. Your name's Dylan. I'm Zack. You're 4 feet tall.
Dylan, I got to go on Dylan's podcast on.
Yeah,
Friday
I'm a little
night.
hurt.
Awesome.
He didn't even ask me.
I know. He just left you out, bro.
He asked you first, little. We're supposed to be ginger brothers, and he didn't even hit me up.
Hey,
That's
Dylan's
fine.
one.
Hey, if he more associates himself with gray-headed or no-haired people, that's fine. But Dylan, you're out. You're out.
Oh man, you were in Idaho. He said he knew.
So, do you think Idaho doesn't have cell phone reception at 8:30 at night? All I was doing was playing UFC.
Probably
4.
not.
All I was doing was playing UFC 4, just whipping.
Tell us how. No, wait. Tell us how that went for you. No, be real.
I lost. Lost my nephews.
Did they have the juiced up players like Hunter?
No. We did a heavyweight tournament and then a lightweight tournament, and then
Zack's taller.
Oh, for sure, I'm taller.
Zack's taller.
Yeah. The only problem so what we did is you drew a number out of a hat, and then so if you got the number 1 pick, we did 2 10-man tournaments. So because there was 5 of us. So if you drew a number out of the hat, then you got to pick the very first heavyweight, right? And then, let's do it. And then we'll do it on Twitch or stream it live.
Yes.
And so we got the number 1 heavyweight. And then, if you got the second pick, you got to pick the second. And then we did like snake draft. So the 5th person got 5 and 6, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I made a good run with Anthony Rumble Johnson. I got him all the way to the finals, but ultimately it just wasn't enough.
The young ones
lost to Cain Velasquez in the finals.
Ooh.
But with Rumble, I did knock out Francis Ngannou.
Oh, did you really?
I did. Them young kids, they didn't know about Rumble.
They don't know about Rumble. They don't know about the punching power.
They don't know about juiced up Rumble.
All right. Let's recap this card from this weekend. First fight of the night was Aaron Blanchfield and JJ Aldrich. Hey, JJ looked good. JJ looked good for the first round. In fact,
you know what though?
I thought she won the first round.
That's how good Aaron Blanchfield is she could have a C+ night, and JJ was at her best. Blanchfield was at a C+ night, and she still got the finish inside 2.
Yeah.
She's an animal, dude. So John Jones, it reminds me of a young John Jones, who even when he wasn't at his best, he was still finishing people.
Yeah.
Because there were fights that he wasn't always, like Vitor almost armbarred him. And he had some scary moments, but he always found a way to win.
She's going to be one to watch out for.
Brian Ortega, remember? Brian Ortega, he's won more fights in the 3rd round being down 0-2 going to the 3rd round and then finishing people.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody, when you're that good, you just have that to rely on. I think Aaron Blanchfield's special. I do.
I'm a fan. Fiji, that's Askar Mazarov.
Oh, we're getting to that. We're getting to that.
We'll get to that.
Remember when Jason picked that dork?
Whatever. I didn't bet it. Let's just put it that way. I wasn't putting money on the guy. Next fight of the night, Ranu Faretdinov.
That's why we don't bet against Russia.
You don't, dude. He's a problem. What is up with those 170ers, man? There are some monsters at 170. Holy
so
crap.
155 is the perfect balance of athleticism and power, right? Those guys, that's the weight class, right? And we're gonna have that debate. Did you see the TikTok that I sent you?
Oh yeah. I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked at it.
Which weight class? What are your top 5 weight classes?
Okay. Okay.
But 170, I feel like is the weight class that you go from. It's not the balance anymore. Like 145 down, it's more skill, right? The skilled guys are a lot more. 155 is the perfect balance. Now 170, not saying they're not skilled, but 170 up is like where the power comes. And some of those 170ers, I'm like, man, if I was going to make a career out of this, I'd be like, well, I got to get to 155.
Well, then you're. Do you think that's
just
the
not
same?
fun.
No.
I'm just
so now you got this guy who's a smothering wrestler, and you got Shavkat Rakhmonov in there. Sean Brady's in there. How about Sean Brady wanting to fight Chimaev? Sign me up, dude. Sign me up.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I think I take Sean Brady.
I like Sean Brady.
I love Sean Brady.
I like Sean Brady a lot.
I just want one American wrestler to beat a Russian. That's all I want.
Sean Brady might be our only hope.
Bo Nickel.
In that division. Oh, yeah. His knockout. Holy. Wow.
He made a nice debut.
Next up, we have Jeff Molina and Zahagus Zuma Gulov. That was a fun fight back and forth.
Really, really fun fight. Again, the Glory MMA guy, they're always prepared. They're always prepared. Razor thin win.
Did you see who called out Molina? Mohammed Makayev.
Yeah.
Some good fights.
Odie Osborne. Didn't Odie Osborne?
Where?
I think Odie Osborne called out Jeff Molina too.
Oh, did he?
I think he did.
Ooh. Did you see that thing that Odie Osborne was he's the first 125er to have a KO this year?
Really?
Yeah. Nobody in that. I saw it on it was on TikTok or something, Instagram. He's the first one this year.
125er to get a KO?
This year, yeah. Yep.
It's June.
I know. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. Tony Gravely, Johnny Munoz Jr. Boom. I think we are 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 4 for 4 right now.
I'm 4 for 4. I think Blake was on Munoz Jr. on that one, Blake,
I think he was. And he was on Zuma Gulov on the split decision.
I mean, you can't hate on somebody for losing a split decision.
No.
But
no. Yeah. I did just watch the St. Denis and Stoles fight. St. Denis is another guy.
I'm not as sold on him. I don't think Stoles is like super great.
Yeah.
St. Denis definitely has some skills though, but I don't really like see him as like a big problem.
Was that a short notice fight? No, I don't think it was.
I don't think so.
This
next one is.
Next one was Daniel Arguella and Damon Jackson. That was a fun fight.
So Arguella, like for me too, I'm really high on the tough guys, right? Like
yeah.
You've been on tough and you showed well on tough. I think that's a really good indicator that you're gonna have a good UFC career.
Yeah.
And Arguella, if I had to be critical, this is MMA, this isn't boxing, right? Mm-hmm. Like the sexy, big undefeated record is just most of the time that's an alarm rather than a good thing in MMA. If I see a big, sexy, undefeated record, I'm going, oh, he fought cans all the way up, right? Or he handpicked, or he was, or he just didn't face tough enough opponents.
Yeah.
Arguella, I feel like he probably could have protected that L a little bit better though against Damon Jackson. Stylistically, I just don't think it was a smart fight for him to take on short notice, coming up a weight class. Like if you're going to take on an MFer like that, like just a tough dude, at least do it in your weight class. Don't go up.
Do you think he just took the fight because now he's going to have a 4-fight contract now?
Oh, was he not signed by the UFC?
I don't think so because I think Greg Jackson
then sure.
Greg Jackson made a post.
That's a little bit different. But good for him. Good showing. Like Damian Jackson was like, I think he's a giant problem at 145 because of his skill set. He's going to give a lot of people just fits. Like I think he's the Marab of the 145. He's just a takedown machine, and he gets on people's back, and you can't get him off.
Did you see Dutch and Josh Hernandez's comments about that fight, about that first round?
No.
They Dutch made a post in the group about let's talk about the round one. Well, I hadn't watched that fight. I was at Shaylee's birthday party. So the first round, Jackson pretty much had his back the whole round. But Arguella was landing some hard shots.
Yeah.
Busted up his eye. Yeah. And both of those guys gave that first round to Dan. What did you think? I thought not just the control.
They're the judges. I didn't think that. So the punches that hurt the worst are the ones you don't see, and you don't really expect when you're on somebody's back like that to get punched that hard. But some people haven't. What up, Mason? Some people have a tendency to be able to do that. Like there's a guy that I trained with at One Hit where he can, like, if you get his back, like, you better tuck your head because he'll punch. And it's not Mason. He has pillow hands. But and you do have to kind of tuck your head because when he punches, he can generate some power with it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it creates enough to negate the control. And it's not like Jackson's just hanging on. He's digging for submissions the whole round too.
That's what I felt because he had a rear naked choke in a couple times, 2 or 3 times. I mean, but if you go off the rules, they are looking for damage.
Well, and I thought it was like significant strikes were like fights, like the damage, like something that could end the fight. You could hit somebody from there and create damage, but not be furthering like close to the end of the fight. Like, you're not going to knock somebody out doing this. You know what I mean? Like, you might mark them up a little bit, but you're not going to knock them out.
I felt Jackson was closer to finishing the fight.
For sure. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I thought.
So
but those guys
maybe
are the
we're
judges.
wrong. I mean, Dutch would know better than I would, but how I thought it's just one of those things. I understand like the criteria, but it's one of those things I feel like when I look at something and I'm like, I know who won the fight. It's like football. In football, the controversy of what a catch is and what it isn't. I don't need a definition. I can look at something and be like, that's a catch or that's not a catch.
Everybody's complaining about the judging. I think the announcers, the commentators, not understanding the judging criteria hurts a lot because they're talking about stuff on when they're commentating. It's like, wait a minute, you guys don't even understand the rules.
You mean when somebody gets whooped for 4.5 minutes and then gets a takedown and go, he might have stole the round there.
Stole the round with the takedown. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's a problem.
All right, what do we have next here? We have Joe Selecki and Alex De Silva. Selecki with
another one that I picked correctly.
Yes, you did.
Y'all did not.
No, we didn't. But this one you did pick wrong. Carolina Kowalkiewicz. I'm tongue twister today.
To be fair,
Felice Herring.
She has not looked good since she lost to Joanna.
Yeah.
That was just strictly she hasn't shown me anything really to have any confidence in her. I know Felice Herring isn't a world beater, but she's usually tough and durable. I took an L on a coin flip fight.
Nothing wrong with that. Well,
I took money on it.
Yeah. Like me and the dude that fluffed his record, Askar Mozarov.
No, that was bad. That was a bad pick. That was a bad pick. Mine wasn't. I'm not. Yeah. No.
Oh, that was a horrible pick. Oh,
okay,
man.
Let's talk about this dork real quick.
Yeah.
Dude, Blanchfield was pissed too after.
Did he say something to him, or he's just mad because of the record?
He was just like mean mugging him and trying to, and like right before he got taken down that last time, he like, like in his face. And Blanchfield just takes him down and just smashes him with his elbows.
Yeah, he did. Those elbows were hard.
Here's the thing. So the people that don't know, so he apparently changed his name 3 different times and then convinced Sherdog in Tapology that his previous 2 aliases wasn't in fact him and to remove those losses off of his record. Like, if you're the UFC and you find out about this, do you just shred up his deal?
I mean, does he still have a deal? Does he have a 4-fight deal, or was he just one and done? Because I don't know how a guy that's 19-13 gets in the UFC. I mean, I'm not trying to hate, but
I mean, and he's not good. Like, Blanchfield made it look easy. Like, he's a big, strong dude. Won a bare knuckle boxing match before that. He's big, strong dude, intimidating dude. Obviously has no problem walking forward. But, dude, this is MMA. Anybody with any type of ground game, like, Blanchfield took him down so easily.
Oh, so easy.
You know, like, I mean, he just taking him down. Boom. Okay, cool. When he got in that crucifix too,
He said that he fought in China and he didn't know they were going on his record, is what I read. Who knows? Hey, whatever you got to do, he's there. He made it.
I just wonder if all this comes out and then UFC goes, and you're gone. Goodbye.
Why don't you just do that? Just fluff your record a little bit, get in there.
You beat up a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Fight freaking Sean Brady or Kamaru Usman. I'm ready for the champ.
For a payday?
For a payday?
Hey, pay me enough money, I'll get in the cage with anybody.
Pay
me enough money, I'll get in the cage with anybody. I'll fight Kamaru Usman for the right price.
What's the right price? What would be the right price?
Ooh, throw me a number.
I don't know. The contracts are what, 12 and 12 for the first one? What if they gave you?
Oh, no, got to make more than 12 and 12 to fight Kamaru Usman. You got to understand, he's probably going to break my jaw.
Well, what if you just try to take him down and he just slams you and then chokes you out or something?
That wouldn't be bad. Maybe have concussion symptoms for like a month.
50 G's, 100 G's.
Oh, I'm getting in the cage with pretty much anybody for 100 G's that's not Francis Ngannou. I'd fight Brock Lesnar for 100 G's.
For 100, he would spear you, dude.
That's fine. I've been tackled 1,000 times in football practice by fat people. It's fine.
Ode Osborne and Zaruk Dashev. That was fun while it lasted for the minute.
Dude, Ode Osborne.
I listened to his post-fight thing and I liked how he said he's very precise and technical, so he wanted to be a little awkward with his strikes, and that's how he caught him. I like Ode.
High intelligent. Hey, yeah. Was in the corner of our boy Will Gibson. I think those two, they fight IQ level. And you know what shocked me when we went? So Ode Osborne was up at our Fierce Challenger Series fight, cornering Will Gibson.
Yeah.
And when I shook his hand, I told him I was a fan of watching him fight, and I shook his hand. I looked at him, I was like, that's a big 125er.
He's big 125er, yeah. Standing next to him in the cage, he's big.
Like,
5'7"?
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's 5'7". It's pretty big for 125. Kingston, Jamaica. All right, next up we have Karine Silva and Pauliana Botello.
Yeah, you guys were on Botello. Wrong.
I just thought the experience, man. I
told you.
It was a coin flip fight for me. I
told you, Karine was.
I know. She's a dog. She is a dog.
Why don't you just pick me? Why don't you just ride with me at least?
Lucas Almeida and Mike Trezano.
Okay. This is only my other L. Can you put your phone on silent? We're on a high popular podcast. Can you put your phone on silent, please?
Yeah, I just did. I don't know why. My computer, it comes off of my computer.
Wow.
I have one of those Mac Minis, so when it rings.
Mac D-bag, got it.
Dude, get with the program, bro. The Macs are the best.
Never. This is only my second L, though. Mike Trezano. I don't hate it. Dude, I think I will say this. This is a cop-out and an excuse. I think that headbutt could have affected the outcome of that fight.
I thought it did too. After that, I did.
Like, I thought Mike was trying to be tough with it, but when you have blood running in your eyes like that, because he even said, he's like, yeah, blood's just in my eyes. But after he went, but it's like, dude,
that's got to throw you off.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. All right, Mozar Ivalov and Dan.
Think about it. It's bleeding in his right eye. He gets knocked out with a left hook, right? Yeah. Can't see it coming.
It was a fun fight, though.
Yeah.
Ivalov and Dan Ige. I'm a fan of Ivalov. I'm a fan.
What next for Ivalov?
Oh man, let me pull up. Let's pull up.
Remember when I said bet the house on Blanchfield, Jackson, and Evilov? Yeah.
You were right on. I wonder who. So featherweight, Evilov, where's he at? So he's at 13. You got to think he moves up to at least 10. Oh my gosh,
he's at 13?
Well, that's not updated. So you got to think
I'm just saying, that guy's at 13.
So he takes Ige's spot. What about a Bryce Mitchell?
That's the first one I said.
He called out Arnold Allen afterwards. Is who he called out.
If I'm Arnold Allen, I don't want that fight at all. I want somebody who'll stand with me. Evilov and Arnold Allen could be doppelgangers of each other.
You got Josh Emmett in there.
Josh Emmett and Calvin Kattar are fighting next weekend.
Oh, is it next weekend? Oh,
this weekend's UFC 275.
Yeah, I forgot those two are lined up. Yeah, Ortega and Rodriguez are lined up too, right?
What?
Ortega and Yair are lined up too, right?
Ortega pieces him up.
You think so?
Oh yeah, dog.
Ortega's not piecing up Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah, piecing him up. Strangle him.
He might strangle him, but he's not piecing him up.
Strangle him.
So, Calvin Kattar. It's the 18th. Is Kattar and Emmett Fight Night?
Yeah.
So 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Like I said, next weekend.
Who else is on that card?
I don't know, but I know that one.
Cerrone Lozano, Tim Means, and Kevin Holland. Ooh, Tim Means. Isn't that the one with he's the one that was causing a little controversy? Was it him?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Yanez and Tony Kelly. Okay. No, it was Tony Kelly. Tony Kelly.
Oh yeah, Tony Kelly.
Tony Kelly.
He's the dirty effing Brazilians.
Yeah.
His girlfriend.
That was him. Oh yeah. Cody Stamen and Eddie Wineland. All right.
Eddie Wineland still fighting?
Yeah,
didn't Sean O'Malley kill him?
Yeah, Sean O'Malley killed him. Castaneda killed him.
No, but like O'Malley put him to sleep. Anyways, there's still a fight on this card, sir.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Sorry. We have we on the main event, Volkov and Rozenstruik.
So I felt really good about Volkov. Like I felt really, really, really good about Volkov. Because I think Rozenstruik kind of sucks.
Yeah, I actually was gonna. You kind of turned me on to Volkov. The more we started talking about it, I'm just like.
Well, this is what I said. And I wish I was on the podcast. I almost wanted to call in to make this point. Their trajectories kind of altered on two specific punches. Rozenstruik was losing all 5 rounds until at the buzzer he busts Alistair Overeem's face. I mean, that fight, that punch lands 3 seconds later, and he doesn't get the stoppage and loses all 5 rounds.
Yep.
Right? And then Volkov was cruising to a 3-round win and gets knocked out by Derek Lewis in the last few seconds of their fight.
Yep.
Both of those punches, both those fights land 5 seconds earlier. Volkov, that's a win, and Rozenstruik, that's a loss. And I'm like, man, like when your only hope is just that one big shot, I mean, beating a way old JDS for Rozenstruik, it's just, I don't think Rozenstruik's that good. I think in the heavyweights are getting, like, he's not on the level of like the top 5-6 heavyweights.
Like Tom Aspinall and those guys.
No, he's nowhere close. No. Where I think Volkov, skill-wise, can hang with those guys.
I think so too.
He loses, but he like belongs in that little like 4, 5, 6 mix, right?
He's got 45 fights. He's only 33 years old. Like he's still got 4 or 5 more years left if he wanted it. Maybe.
Excuse me. You know, former Bellator champ, all the experience in the world, will fight anybody and everybody. I think he's a little bit underrated actually because he's a heavyweight that doesn't have like the huge one-punch knockout KO power. Right?
Yeah.
But he's an awkward skill set that, dude, he could give a lot. I mean, Dude, Derek Lewis fought for the title twice, and he pretty much handled him for 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yeah.
So that tells you his skills are right there to hang with the best in the world. Like if you want to be totally honest, like I think he's somebody that could give Francis fits. Now I do think Francis eventually lands that big shot.
Catches
I
him.
do. But like he'd make him work for it, you know?
I think so. Yeah, I agree.
He's an interesting one for me. I think like he might be the gatekeeper in the UFC's top 5. He'll float between like 5 and 8 over the next 5 years.
What does Rozenstruik do? What does Rozenstruik do right now?
I don't know. Marcin Tybura. Have they fought?
Let's see here. I want to say no.
I think that a fight like that makes sense, right? Tybura.
You could put him in there with almost anybody at heavyweight. JDS is gone. Sakai is pretty much gone. Alowski, like you could put him in there with Dawkins.
Dawkins would be interesting.
Sergey Pavlovich, Romanov.
That's not nice.
But yeah, Romanov's 13. You're just going to put him as like the gatekeeper to the top 10. Rozenstruik. He's just like,
that's the thing. I honestly, I don't think Rozenstruik's a top 10 heavyweight.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he possesses enough skills.
All right.
Sorry.
What are we going to talk about? The best division?
Yeah, they said, what are your 5 best divisions in MMA? I saw DC and Ryan Clark talk about it.
Okay. Who do you got?
And it really comes down to me is, so I think number 1 in the flagship division in the UFC, the most coveted title in the UFC is 155.
I agree right there. Yep. I agree with that.
Then right now, I would have to, just because I think that the champion is the pound for pound number 2 guy in the world, probably, is 145, and that's Volkov. And how deep 145 is.
145 is very deep. I'll have to agree with you there. I was going to try to make a case for bantamweight, but I don't think bantamweight's as deep as.
And I don't think Aljo is as dominant as Volkov is.
I don't think he's as dominant, but I'm actually starting to like Aljo a little bit. I was impressed with
that's fine, and Aljo can get there. I'm just saying, I don't think Aljo has the credentials. Like,
no, not yet.
Like Volkov, I feel like is flirting with Usman as the pound for pound number 1.
100%.
And that's not an indicative. That's not Usman's not being impressive. That's just how freaking good Volkov is right now.
Yeah, no, right? He's looked phenomenal. Okay, I'm with you on those.
Volkanovski, Volk.
Okay.
So, and then 3, I would have to go bantamweight.
Okay.
Because it is so top heavy right there.
Okay.
But then it gets interesting.
Do you go flyweight or do you go welterweight?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
I think it's heavyweight.
I don't know if I'd put.
And let me argue the DC argument that I really liked here.
Okay.
You have Stipe Miocic.
Okay.
Who is the greatest heavyweight of all time, who's still in the mix. Right? He is not retired.
Okay. No.
You have John Jones, who is the greatest of all time at 205, that is apparently going to make his return at some point this year or next year at heavyweight, if he makes that return.
Yeah, if he does.
So you have the greatest heavyweight of all time and the greatest light heavyweight and greatest fighter of all time in one division. And then not to mention, and they're not even the champ. Then you have Francis, and then you have Gade, and then you have Tom Aspinall, you have Tai Tuivasa, and you have it's like it's kind of the deepest and most exciting it's ever been, too. Heavyweight is the best it's ever been right now. And what do we always call the heavyweight champ?
He's the heavyweight champ. He's the baddest man on the planet. Yeah.
And it's like, dude, there's a lot of dudes like heavyweight to me is more fun than 170.
on 170s just got that. I'm like looking at Shavkat, Ragmanov,
No, it's fun, dude.
Sean
170 is fun,
Brady.
but who are those?
Okay.
Okay, do you actually believe that any of those are beating Kamaru Usman?
The guys that are coming up, I think, are going to have a really
they're
good
not
shot.
even in the top 5 yet. The guys that you're listing aren't even in the top 5 yet. Like
they could easily be there. Yeah,
we've already seen the Colby fight. We've already seen the Gilbert Burns fight.
Yeah,
Gilbert Burns kind of showed that Chimaev isn't unbeatable. Like he showed that he's human, right?
Okay.
Jorge Masvidal's still up there somehow. Leon Edwards doesn't do it for anybody. Like champion to 5'6".
Okay.
The heavyweight division's funner than welterweight.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Right.
We're not gonna. What about strawweight? Women's strawweight.
It's sneaky good.
Rose, Wei-Ling, Marina Rodriguez, Mackenzie Dern, Jessica Andrade.
You haven't even named the champion yet. You haven't even named the champion yet.
Carlos Barza. Sorry.
I'm saying that is sneaky good, right? Like
it's a sneaky good one. I'll give you the heavyweight one. I'll give you the heavyweight over the welterweight one. I'll give you that one too. I'm with you on that one too.
Flyweight, I'm out because really it's just Figgy, Moreno, Kai France. Really, right?
Askar Askarov, you're not giving him any love?
Didn't he just lose to Kai France? So he's kind of out of the
No, they're supposed to fight, aren't they?
No, Kai France just beat him.
Did he? Where have I been?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah. You're right.
Now Kai France and Brandon Moreno are going to fight for the interim title.
That's right. Okay, so we got.
That's good.
Is that 3 or is that 4? That's 3, right?
No, we're at lightweight,
featherweight,
bantamweight, heavyweight. So what's your number 5?
Well,
women's strawweight, or is it men's welterweight?
That's close. Light heavyweight's not doing it for me right now.
No, because Yuri's going to win.
Middleweight's not doing it for me right now.
No, Izzy's head and shoulders above everybody.
I'm gonna give the women some love. I'm gonna go strawweight.
I don't hate it.
I'm gonna give the women some love.
I don't hate it. I think it's deeper than welter. Well, maybe not deeper, but top heavy.
I mean, there's you even look at flyweight, women's flyweight too. But
get out of here. Nobody's even close.
Nobody's beating Shevchenko.
Nobody's even close.
Are you giving Santos any shot?
Nope.
Nothing. Not even a shot.
Bet my friggin' whatever on it.
You're betting the house.
Yeah.
Dude, she's big. She's strong.
Market at all.
She's long.
Cool.
You're like, great. It's not going to matter.
By the way, what's her last name? Shevchenko. She's Russian. She's literally the like.
For your next fight, if you don't wear one of those fur hats to the cage, like Shavkat Ragmanov, you're going to lose. I'm just saying that's like a superpower. You wear that damn hat to the cage. So Shevchenko, let's just say she wins.
Let's just go ahead and say that.
Okay, she wins. Does she get a Sparza at the end of the year? She champ? Because I think we both called her being champ by the end of the year, right?
No, it's not a Sparza. She'd go up and fight Juliana Pena.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Pena. Sorry. Yes, I'm looking at it wrong. Yeah.
Oh, she pieces up Pena.
What if it's Nunez? What if Nunez beats Pena in the rematch?
I don't think she beats her.
You don't think so? You don't think she'll come out hungry? I think Shevchenko beats.
I don't think it matters. I think Juliana Pena is Amanda Nunez's perfect kryptonite, and then I think Amanda Nunez leaving American Top Team after a loss and going and starting her own camp and thing is like the beginning of the end of her greatness.
Yeah, I agree.
Like one loss, you've been with that team that's built you up that whole way, and then you lose. By the way, you lose exactly how Juliana Pena said she would beat you. The same way you lost to Kat Zingano is stay in your face, bite down on her mouthpiece, and dude, like Juliana Pena bugs me. Like when she talks, like this season of The Ultimate Fighter is just who's the most active women's fighter in the UFC? I think it's Valentina Shevchenko.
I think it is too.
Like she's always fighting.
I'm trying.
But the way that Juliana Pena said, I can beat Amanda Nunes, and told her why and told her how, and then did exactly that. And you know, I'm just like, I think she's in her head. Like she McGregored her.
She did McGregor her.
She McGregored her. And she did. And I'm sorry, Juliana Pena. She didn't even have that choke in tight. That was
no, not even close.
For Amanda Nunes to tap when it wasn't even under the chin as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
I think she just gassed. I think she was just tired. I think she just, yeah.
I know, but I'm saying she broke her. She made her quit. She quit. That night,
did.
That night, she broke her. And when you break somebody like that, I don't think you're going to turn around on a rematch. Oh, and by the way, leave everybody that got you to where you've been. They built Amanda into a champ. And the other thing I came out is, did you see that article where she did the interview, where Amanda Nunes did the interview about how she felt threatened when like Kayla Harrison and somebody else came to American Top Team, that she's like, these are my enemies. What are they doing here? And da 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 da. And like she was like threatened by it.
I don't think she had a bad week.
You know what? That's not like to me, that's not a championship mentality.
Well, not only that, they just had a baby.
Yeah.
So life is changing. You got a family, you got a kid. Not to say other people don't, but it's new.
No. But that's the one thing you're exactly right. It's the one thing that people don't take into consideration is fighters have real lives, right? Mm-hmm. You know, there's stuff that happens in our everyday lives that affect our performance at work. They're different, right? I mean, all the time. You hear about it all the time. You remember that one kid that was missed weight by like an obscene about like 13 pounds at Fight Island, and blamed the bad fish or whatever. And then we found out it's because he just found out the day before his wife miscarried their kid.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, like they have real life things, and you I mean, I'm not this isn't a criticism of Pena, but she's a mom. And she won as a mom already, like before that. That wasn't her first time fighting as a mom. But you know, life's a little different. And she has to share that responsibility with her wife, who's a fighter as well. Yeah. Right. Yep. And so it's not just that. But then lastly, you have to understand too, it's a little bit of the Conor McGregor effect too. Amanda, how hungry are you? Champ forever. You're the woman GOAT for everybody ever. Everybody's telling you how great you are. You know, you made a lot of money, probably more money than she ever thought she'd ever make. You know, you beat Chris Cyborg easily, pretty much. So it's like, are you really that focused? Once you lose that so here's this might be wrong, and this isn't an absolute rule.
Yeah.
But once you lose that elite focus, I don't know if you get it back.
I gotta agree, man. That's
like once Conor lost his elite focus, like we can all see it. He's not genuine in press conferences anymore.
No.
He's not the Mystic Mac where he knows it's going to happen and speaks it into existence. He's forcing it.
Yep.
Right? He lost that focus. You don't just get it back. And Amanda Nunes, I don't believe is that something that she can just get back.
Silk sheets, as Dutch says. Yeah, silk sheets, sleek. Yeah. That's what makes it so impressive with guys like Volkanovski, Usman, Oliveira. Those guys are dogs, man. Like Oliveira,
Usman to me is the most impressive because as a champion, he's still adding tools to his belt.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing it with Volk as well, right? Like they're getting better.
I thought it was impressive what Oliveira did with the whole weight miss thing, whether he did or didn't, but being stripped of the belt right before the title mentally, and then you got to come in there and it's pretty impressive.
He's just better.
Worst thing to lose because hard to get a pause. That, you know what, the commentators made a point on the broadcast on Saturday about how a lot of these guys are getting these sports psychologists now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm not saying.
Ooh, no, I didn't hear that.
I wouldn't be surprised. He actually alluded to that, like last year or two ago, that he didn't know how much longer he was going to do it.
Well, he's still battling the hand. The hand's not healing quite right, is it?
I don't know.
Maybe he wants that boxing money. Give it to him. Give him.
In watching that.
I'm not interested in watching it, but I think he should take it if the opportunity's there.
Maybe. Yeah. But guess what? If he does that, same thing's going to happen to him that happened to Connor.
100%. 100%. What do you think about his brother on the Ultimate Fighter? Did you see his fight?
I'm cheering for him. Muhammad definitely isn't his brother Kamara, but I'm cheering for him.
Yeah. We got Clay Collard fighting PFL in 2 weeks.
Nice.
The 17th.
Nice.
Yeah. What else?
Oh, I forgot. So we have Ultimate Fighter again tomorrow night. Last week was the Bobby Maximus episode.
Oh, yeah. Bobby Maximus. I caught that the following day.
So after I got blasted by our good friend Carl Sims and others about that I needed to calm down and that Bobby is a beast and this and that. I stand by what I said. He did not belong on that show. I'm sure he's a great guy. I know it was to serve a purpose, but and I know he was brought in as a publicity stunt, but he was not there to be a publicity stunt. He was there to compete. And I give him credit for that. But at the end of the day, they took the spot from somebody aspiring to make this their career and gave it to somebody who hadn't fought in a cage in 13 years.
But are they changing it as more of a publicity thing, and it's not necessarily you have to be the best fighter to get in there?
If they do that, I mean, they're trying to keep the show relevant.
Honestly, I can't even get into it. I'm having a hard time of getting into it this year.
That's fine that he has a big following on social media, but you know what? I'm sorry. Then the UFC goes, hey, listen, Bobby, we have an opportunity to bring you back on the show. We think it'd be a cool story. Why don't you call a regional show, Fierce Fighting Championship, whatever, and go get a win? So that the last time you haven't been in the cage wasn't 13 years, and it doesn't look like a giant. And now it looks like, yeah, you're really on a comeback and you want to do this. I'm sorry. All we heard is he's a monster on the mat, and he had full mount. He took the dude's back and had full mount.
Once you start getting over 40, man, life changes. Trust me. It changes. It changes, man. I mean, yeah. I don't hate it, man. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it on his part.
Yeah.
I hate it on the UFC's part. Dude, I mean, if I'm him, am I taking that shot? 1,000% I am.
Yeah.
And he's going into it knowing that people are going to say it's a publicity stunt. And dude, mentally, he had the mental, I'm going to go prove all these people wrong. And he believed in himself. Yeah. And that's cool. And I give him all the props in the world to go out, take that risk, do it. He fought the toughest dude in the house for his first fight. He asked for that fight. This is all props to him. I'm saying on the UFC's part and on Tough's part, it's a bad look. It's a bad look.
They're trying to keep the ratings up, man. You think the Ultimate Fighter goes away?
No, because I think Dana loves it, and I don't think it loses money, so he's willing to do it.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know why. I just haven't been a fan this year. Hard to get into.
I think reality TV, I think everything's played out on
For real.
Reality TV is dying to a degree because so much is played out on social media. So much of reality is already played out on social media.
Yeah.
We already see the fake reality on social media every day on Instagram, Facebook, and all that. So
Dutch brought up a good point, over 40 being rough. And look, Bobby is in great shape for his age. But you got to think that's a lot of miles, man. You're a jiu-jitsu black belt. Dude, I just started it. I'm like, freak, I'm sore every day, man. And you're doing that every day. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body, man.
All those things with the utmost respect for him for taking his shot, knowing what he was getting himself into. I'm saying, and if, like I said, dude, I'd take that shot. It's like those people who are like, I can't believe that so-and-so is getting paid X amount of dollars. Like they blame so-and-so that whatever organization or franchise offered him that money and they took it. Like, duh. Like that's what we're all trying to do is make as much money as we can in life, right?
Yeah.
Like maximize our value and our opportunities.
Yeah.
I don't hate on him one bit for it. I hope that he got whatever he was hoping to get out of it. But if you're the UFC, how can you say like this is the show where we're going to give you a chance when they oversaw a legit prospect to give a shot at to get a ratings bump from a 43-year-old that hadn't fought in 13 years? It's not a good look.
Let's see, in some kind of season like they did in the comeback season.
Okay, if he was going to be on a comeback season with other vets and people in his demographic, that would be the move.
I want to see him at the Maverick Center.
That's what we should do, is get him a retirement fight at the Maverick
Center. Get him at the Maverick Center. Dude, the guy's the guy's in phenomenal shape for his age. I'll give it to him.
Combat jiu-jitsu.
Combat jiu-jitsu. Ooh. Who's going to fight him, though? Do we have any heavyweights?
You.
UFC 4. That's about the only combat I'm getting into with anybody.
Oh boy!
Did you see Carl Sims and?
Not gonna lie. Didn't have a lot of interest in going to that event, and then I saw Carl and Ishmael's on there, and I'm like, ooh, man, we might have to roll up to Logan. That would be fun.
Yeah, might have to make that happen. Yeah, I want to see that. I do want to see that. That whole card's a grappling card, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm interested in seeing Carl, and because the other guy trains at your gym, right?
Well, no, he
is with Gustavo.
Gustavo affiliate gym up in Logan.
Oh.
Jiu-jitsu school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it combat jiu-jitsu or is it just regular jiu-jitsu?
I'm pretty sure it's just regular.
Oh, man. All right.
Cool. Hey,
cool.
Friday, we're back. UFC 275.
When's Blake come back? Dude, we got to get Blake on a pay-per-view breakdown one. I'll hit him up. He's in Hawaii. We have some fighters. We got some fighter spotlights we need to do too. We got a couple people reaching out.
Well,
some local guys. We got to get our
baby coming next week. So
looks like I might have to get.
You might do this with Blake, Doc.
I want to get Eli. Eli's going to come on. Maybe we can get him and Natan Levy to pop on.
Dude. Yeah. Okay, Doc.
All right, man. Hey, that was a fun one. We will see you guys.
Everybody.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't, get your tickets. Fierce Fighting Championship 20 at the Maverick Center, June 25th. We have a jiu-jitsu tournament. We have combat jiu-jitsu, and we have 10 fights for the night. It's going to be a blast. We'll see you guys later. We out.